Well, hello there. Welcome to another show. This week we are doing some Star Wars goodness. I have printed out another 3D print. This is another miniature from you can find on My Mini Factory and all the other type of places. This was actually a free download. Now I downloaded this quite a few years ago, so I've tried to find it on the My Mini Factory, and I can't find this print anymore. It is out there somewhere, and it was a free print, so I can't give you the name of the sculptor or anything, which is a real shame, because this is probably one of the best Jabba the Hutts I have seen for a 3D print. It comes with its the actual throne it comes on there, and of course you got the Jabba the Hutt, and it's the original Jabba the Hutt from Return of the Jedi. I've seen so many of the 3D prints now where it's all the new Star Wars, and I really hate Disney, and I hate what Disney have done to Star Wars. So the way I see it, anything past Return of the Jedi, there is no Star Wars. Star Wars ended at Return of the Jedi, and I collect the vintage toys, and I also collect the Star Wars Legion, and I also collect the Star Wars role-playing game with this very small 28mm miniatures as well. But the Legion miniatures are absolutely beautiful. Now this of course is the Jabba the Hutt, so we're going to be painting this today. It's an absolutely beautiful miniature there. Let me get a little bit more focus for you. What we're going to do today, I'm going to just paint the slug. I'll paint the base and we'll finish that off, but today we're going to just concentrate on Jabba himself. Very simple paint for Jabba. What I'm going to use in today is I'm going to give an undercoat of turf green by MSP Paints, and of course for all the white, as you can see, I've put up a picture of Jabba himself up there, and we got some buckskin pale of course for his face. For his eyes we'll be using some sunrise orange, and we got some solid black. So let me get a little bit of paint on this bad boy, and we'll make a start. I'm just going to put the primer coat on of turf green. I'll probably put two to three coats, or thin coats, onto the miniature to see how that comes out. And we'll come back and we'll make a start. Okay then, so we've got two coats of our turf green on our Jabba the Hutt. Now we're getting to the good fun bit. This is the dry brushing stage, and we are using some buckskin pale, and I got a little bit of solid white on my palette. Now what we're going to do is exactly like in the picture on the Jabba the Hutt above my head there, is we're going to start off with some heavy dry brushing roughly in the middle of the face, and we're also going to do the stomach as well. So we're going to start with the stomach, so it's very heavy to begin with, and we keep on going over the same area, and we'll start building up that nice yellow tummy that he's got. And that, of course, the nice dark green will stay behind. There we go, straight down. I'm not worried about going over the eyes because we're going to be painting them later. What we're just trying to do is get the initial look of the Jabba the Hutt that's in the picture. So we just layer in over with the dry brushing. And we'll move a little bit down the tail, so it's just down here, yellow, just there. So we're getting the initial places where we want all our yellow to go. A little tiny bit on the hand there, and on this one, and back. So we're just making it heavier in the middle. Just keep on going. Back into the paint. And again, back into the paint. It's only on the front. What we'll be doing is a very light dry brush over the top of the miniature. Like so. Back into the paint there. Lovely. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start adding a little bit of white. This is for the highest areas. I'm just mixing it in with my buckskin pail. And on the highest areas, we're just going to add a little bit of highlight there. Lovely. Okay, now I'm taking off all the paint off my tissue, and what we're going to do is we're going to just dry brush a little bit of the green skin just over the tops very lightly. This will bring out the detail on the skin and all the little ripples. So now it's just a very, very light dry brush going over the rest of the miniature, just to bring out the skin areas. There we are. See, it's just bringing it out a little bit, and that's just buckskin pale. There we are. Now I'm just going to let this all dry. And then we'll come back and carry on a little bit more. But as you can see, it's starting to look rather similar. Ho, 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 ho. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some soft toned ink wash to the complete model. This will give that lovely brown effect to the skin and everywhere. Now what I do is I add the ink wash and then remove it with a tissue. So always have a little bit of tissue ready, and what you can do, you can test it first on the back and see if it's any good. Nice big brush, and we just go over with the ink wash. Let the ink wash go into the recesses before you remove it. And again, going around to the face. Just let the ink wash do its work. It'll bring out all the beautiful details of the miniature. Let it go into the mouth there. Now before it dries, what we want to do now is, oops, excuse me, we just want to remove the excess ink so it doesn't pull too much, but also you want to use the tissue as a highlight, because what's happening, you're taking the ink wash off the highest areas, which is actually leaving a highlight because it's nice, and it's just removing the ink, makes it look nice. There we go. And as you can see, absolutely fab. So what we can do is just carry on with the rest of the miniature. We'll work our way down. So again, we remove the excess just on the top of the tummy. This will give us a nice little highlight there, making sure it's not pulling. The worst thing you can do with ink wash is make it pull, because that makes it look tacky and horrible. Yeah, nice. And that's giving us some nice shadows as well. So what I'll do is I'll finish the rest of this model off, because I can't get there with my finger. I've got to let it dry and then do that bit. What I'll do then is we'll come back and we'll do the eyes. Superb. Okay, let's go and get these eyes done. So I've got myself a nice little brush. Jabba's ready. We've got some white here. So just going to do the eyes. white for the back of the eyes, and then we'll go over with the orange. So, let's give a brush a wash. If anybody's interested, these magnifying glasses I got from Argos. They're just over glasses for if you've got glasses, if you wear glasses. And I'm finding them very good, very helpful at the moment. Okay. Right, we'll just let that dry for a couple of seconds. Now what we're going to do for the centre of the eye is just add black across. And they're kind of big bulbous eyes. But we're going to do slats, a bit like a frog's eye. We're going straight into some black. And like I said, I'm using the same brush for everything. So what we're going to do is just a line from the top down. And make it like a little almond shape. Like so. And the same on the other side. So we've got both sides now with the eyes. And all we're going to do now is I shall give my brush a little clean, and we'll add a little bit of white as a reflection of the eye. So what I'm going to do now is go back in with my white, my dragon white, and just on the tip of the brush here, what we're going to do is give it a tiny little dab just there, and the same on this side. This gives that reflection in the eyes, like so. Perfect. Now once these eyes are dry completely, what we're going to do is I'm going to add some gloss varnish. And that's us, that's our Jabba the Hutt. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish off Jabba, and I'm going to show you the finished miniature. So here is the finished Jabba the Hutt, complete with his little chamber that he lays on. And of course with the chamber I've done some bronze on the heads there. I painted it in very dark grey and added some light grey dry brushing, and to give shadow around and dirt effects to the actual base itself, and it looks really nice. So this is the completed Jabba the Hutt. And this will be sent away to my good friend Rod in the USA. Now I've also got one printed out for myself as well, so I'll be doing one for myself. Now I'm thinking of making a complete Jabba's throne room, and doing like Bib Fortuna and the rest of the miniatures from Jabba's palace, and maybe make a Jabba's palace all 3D printed. So if you'd like to see things like that, please leave comments down below. And until next time, loads of love. I am doing a video every Friday now. And again, once again, in the comments, let me know what you'd like to see, because there's so much content out there now that everybody's doing. I'm finding it quite hard to find content that people want to watch. Now, of course, I'm doing Reaper miniatures, I'm doing Mantic games, I'm doing the Star Wars Legion miniatures, and a few others, and I'm doing lots of 3D prints. So, if you're enjoying the content, please let me know in the comments, and we'll go on from there. So, until next time, loads of love to every single one of you.